How are you? I'm always good. I'm always good. I'm always good. Oh, let's see. And boom. Boom. Okay. So, so, I don't know much about this game. I'm going into it rather blind. I don't know much. I saw some content about it by I think it was one guy who does a lot of horror game like short content on Instagram a while ago after I don't know how long ago, like a few, I think I want to say a week or so ago. I don't know. This one I just don't know. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. This, as I posted on Discord, this horror game has exactly one follower on Twitch. Of course, most people follow creators, not exactly games themselves. First time chatter. Boom. Homie didn't even survive longer than a second. Remmer's guy with the hammer. Perfect hammer. But yes. So, we'll see. I don't know much about this game. We're gonna explore it together. I know it's relatively short. Relatively short. Hello. I'm fine. What's up? Time to take a sipper. But I won't beat around the bush. Let's dig in. You guys been warned about what's gonna be in this game. I just started. So far, the presentation is crazy good. I'll move the chat. I think I'm gonna move it down low here. I'll figure out where I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna put the chat. Loki's scared to go back home. How so, bro? Damn. That's rough. I hope all things are good. I'm dozing in the back of my parents' car, lulled to sleep by the vehicle's gentle swaying. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm ready for some atmospherical horror. I drift in and out of consciousness, somewhere between wakefulness and sleep. My mother was furious at me. Alright, I'm gonna lower the chat a little bit for this game. Because there's not a lot to where to put it, so I'm gonna make you guys smaller for this one stream. Going for a vacation, even though I'm an adult and I have literally 1 with 3 at home. Yikes. Oh, family drama is never fun. I'm not gonna tell you like massive, advice here. I'll just say keeping a cool head is always a plus in these situations. Things get messy, things get heated, keeping it cool, even though it's really hard, is usually the way to go. So, best of luck. I'm trying my best days for now. Oh, real. I drift in and out of consciousness, somewhere between wakefulness and sleep. I think I already read that, but I hear the sounds of raindrops tapping on the windshield. Not loudly enough to be unpleasant, but just enough to softly rouse me from my sleep. It's still early in the evening. I'll also lower myself, it seems. I'm gonna make myself a little teeny weeny. A little tiny goober. So you guys can read along. It's still early in the evening, probably around 8 p.m. Also, I think I'll make the game a bit louder. If it's too loud, let me know. You're having issues on making my first Pokemon TCG deck, though. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. Early in the evening, probably around 8 p.m. From somewhere deep inside my consciousness, I observe as the street lamps we pass periodically illuminate the thin membranes of my eyelids. White and orange lights set the capillaries running through each of my eyelids aglow. We all know that feeling. Coloring my vision a dark reddish brown as they cast their sinuous patterns onto my retina. We're going anatomical with this one. The low rumble of tires making contact with the asphalt vibrates through the body of the car. My younger brother is also with my parents and me in the car, sitting beside me as he plays a game on his handheld console. His little Nintendo, his little Game Boy Advance. Or Switch if he's modern. The game's sound effects, the upbeat music, and the fanfare that plays upon finishing a level drift into my ear from my right, along with the sound of passing cars on the wind against the windshield. So we are on the left side of the car, passenger seat I would assume, behind the driver, which statistically is the safest place where to sit in a car, right behind the driver. I read that online and heard that. Haven't fact checked though, wouldn't wanna. I'm the dragon, dragging these nuts across your face. Well, in the ice pebble. Real. I occasionally register my parents' and my brother's voices, but I can't make out the content of their conversations. On the other hand, I can hear the sounds of my own breathing quite clearly. I feel the car curve to the left before an automated voice announces, ETC card accepted. It seems like we've just gotten onto the highway. I want to be rocked gently by the car forever. From time to time, my parents wake me up when we stop by a rest area where I go to the washroom, sluggishly rubbing my eyes before drinking a sweet cafe au lait or hot tea under the bright lights of the rest area cafeteria. The tea might be green tea or maybe oolong tea. I would ask my parents to buy me a snack before we get back into our car and head off again towards our destination, somewhere far off in the distance. Sometimes, the view outside the window will be a monotonous procession of natural scenery, other times an unfamiliar cityscape. The streetlights that run along the highway cast evenly spaced islands of light, illuminating the path our car traces through the darkness. This exact moment feels familiar, like I've experienced it tens or even hundreds of times before. That was the day of the accident that killed my entire family except for me. Well, we're getting right to the point, I guess. Atmospheric descriptors, and then kaboom. Oh, I like this art. Oh, I like this art. How a bummer, dude. I really like this art. Movement arrow keys, hold shift to run, select with Z or enter key, menu X key. Typical RPG Maker stuff. Okay, our running is fine. A wrecked car. A wrecked car. Okay. Okay, that's the edge of the map. Okay. Looks like the crash itself? Where did we crash into? And with what? I wouldn't know. It looks like we were on a bridge of sorts. Okay. Right. There's a blister pack of prescription sleeping pills lying on the ground. Got sleeping pills. Okay. Alright. There's a blister pack of prescription sleeping pills lying on the floor. It's almost empty. Okay. Okay, also almost empty. What was I doing before I woke up here? Where am I? Well, yeah, this definitely doesn't look like a highway where the crash site took place. Mm-hmm. I do like the sounds, I do like the visuals. But again, I'm a big fan of RPG Maker horror games. Yeah, this definitely feels nostalgic. S- Some liquid beat music. Okay. We have a lot of sleeping pills. There's what looks like a stack of electricity bills lying on the ground. Paper is waterlogged and the writing a bit hard to make out, but the bill is addressed to where I used to live. Got an electricity bill. Okay. Maybe it's one of them foreshadowing storytelling. Damn, this is so beautiful. I'm somewhere on top of a massive bridge. It seems like a highway of some sort. A forest covered in fog stretches out beneath. Uh, do let me know, chat, if I'm speaking a bit too quiet. I'll try my best, but I think this game requires more of a softer tone. The forest covered in fog stretches out beneath the bridge, beyond which I can make out the faint outlines of a mountain ridge. Several tall transmission towers stand in the distance, the red beacons of their aircraft warning lights drawing my eye. Their light is alien to this world of blue, and staring into it, I feel as if it somehow stares back, meeting my gaze. I don't feel afraid though. In fact, something about the red lights scattering in the rain is beautiful, almost comforting, like I know it'll always be there for me. I reach out towards the red light, pretending to grab it, as if to play with it in my hand. Okay. Okay, it does look like I'm wearing glasses of some sort. Oh, that's a nice effect. The little light dropping there like that. I'm soaked all the way down to my underwear. The bridge looks like it stretches on forever. Sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. Okay. Thank you for the head pats. There's a blister pack of sleeping pills, almost empty. This looks like a save point. Friend A, hey, so what's your dad's like? Hey, you know Santa lost her family, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea. Hello? This is when you're too shy to film, but you still want to film. I have to go on and live a happy life. Hey, buddy, if it would be that easy, we all would be happy. But good luck with that goal. You seem like you've been a lot happier lately, Santa. Right. I was just thinking the same thing. I have to be bright and cheerful. I don't get to cry anymore, even when it hurts. I'm an adult now. I have to be strong enough to pull through this. Because that's what you'd want, right? Mom? Dad? Well, that wasn't the save point. Okay. Okay. Seems like memories of some sort. There's a handheld console with a cracked screen lying on the ground. Oh, so it was a Nintendo DS. This looks like a DS Lite because of the speaker. Yeah, pick up and judge his Pokemon team. Real. That Pookie knew how to play Pokemon. Mm-hmm. That's a necklace lying on the ground. Got a silver necklace. Okay. Another memory, most likely. My head throbs from the sound of the static echoing inside it. Mine last time I played was Pokemon Ultra Sun, Battle Tower, Super Double Battle. Mega Tribitar, Sandstorm team is fun. I added Quagsire for the aura. Real. He has aura. I don't want to listen to this anymore. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. My last one was Pokemon Emerald. I don't remember anything. Coker, hey, are you listening? I didn't want to say this, but lately you've been taking an active role in it. You haven't been taking an active role in anything. You're barely making an effort to pull your own weight. You're dragging the whole team down with you. You understand that? I... I'm so scared. Everywhere I look, I just see enemies. It's like something inside my head is tearing itself apart. Nice save there, Sewerbean. Every day I feel so lonely and anxious and sad. When I stand in the warm sunlight and look at my own hands, sometimes I feel like a foreign body, something alien that doesn't belong. Body dysmorphia. Hell yeah. It's like I'm already dead, but... Or disassociation. But... I like analog horror elements like these when they are the side piece, not the main aspect. Analog horror kind of got a bit overdone with time, but this is good. And mine was Pokemon Yellow. Rainy days are the only times I feel like somehow I'm allowed to exist. There's nothing I want more than to die in the rain. To tear this never ending facade of a normal life to shreds and just kill myself. Then I'll finally be able to see my family again. Oh boy. Sinnoh is not the best region. I would say Sinnoh maybe is in the top 3 regions, but definitely not the best. Alright. In my opinion, of course. And I always have the correct opinion, so. It gives a bit of Yume Nikki vibes, but not a lot. Because it's linear. Straight line. My head hurts, make the noise stop. It feels like my head is about to explode. Okay. Okay. Hey, are you there? Hello? Don't go, please. Just come back and we can talk this out. I told you I'd be there for you, didn't I? Oh, this is not a good line of questioning from the very beginning. Oh, these are some not good words. Come on, I know you can hear me. I'm just tired of everything. I don't want to hear any of this anymore. Yeah, but I will not comment. I will not comment. We'll just experience the game. For now. Oh, I can't control myself? My head hurts. Oh! A ladder. Okay. Is that a ladder? I can see a river running below the highway. I wonder what it looks like down there. Well, what we can do is check what's happening more on the right. Because something tells me I should see where the ladder back goes. Okay, so we have an invisible wall. Okay. Alright. Very linear. I'll put the game a bit louder. I can't seem to find... Ooh, I love this artwork. I look very shiny, but I'm a small part of it. Oh. Nice art. I mean, it's very typical-esque of the RPG Maker stuff, but in a good way. Well, then again, I'm a very big fan of RPG Maker games. Nice art. This is just gorgeous. Yes, it is. Carefully make my way down the ladder, I descend into the forest. A large river runs right beside the area I've stepped down into. The quiet murmur of the rich yet pure water flowing by stimulates my eardrums, producing a pleasant sensation. Unlike the highway up on the bridge, a thick fog blankets the forest, which consists mostly of coniferous trees like Yezo spruce, broken up only by the occasional stand of deciduous trees. The grass and moss are strewn with pebbles and gravel, perhaps carried there by previous inundations of the river. Dead grass, now a rotten brown, clings to the tree branches among other detritus swept along by the river, with the forest floor in a similar state of chaos. For no particular reason, I touch the bark of the tree beside me. In doing so, I become aware of the visceral presence of my physical body, feeling each heartbeat as it sends blood coursing through my veins down to my finger. fingertips. The bark has a faint warmth and pleasant smell to it. I feel like it's been a very long time since I've touched something and stopped to search for the right words to express the exact sensation of its texture. Despite being a human with dyed hair and wearing clothes, I feel almost like I've become a wild animal. I stand in the opening, in the trees, listening to the branches and leaves rustling in the wind. The colossal highway that I had been walking along seems to stretch on endlessly into the distance above my head. The river running by the foot of the bridge carves a snaking path through the land. I respect the fit. Real. Flowing with such intensity it threatens to overflow its banks. The fog through which the rain falls condenses into droplets of moisture on the walls of my windpipe. Windpipe is such a cool sounding word, windpipe. I've become completely one with the atmospheric layer around me. My ears ring, but there is but here in this place, even that dissonance feels somehow like it's allowed to coexist. I decide to try following the river. Alright. I'm gonna follow the river. Okay, that's a hard wall. I'm trying to figure out how far can we walk. Seems about this far. Okay. That's a rock. That's a tree. Hello, Violet. Hello. A piece of driftwood well into the stage of decomposition, covered in a layer of moss. A few mushrooms poke their heads out of the ground around it, where it meets the driftwood. Small tree. I'll put the game a bit more louder, I think. I think that's a good call. That should be enough. There doesn't seem to be that much things to interact in this world. Okay. No longer see the river. Piece of driftwood composition. Okay, same thing. Ah, my head hurts. It feels like I'm sinking underwater. A bush with some berries. They shine with a juicy luster even in this thick darkness. We can't pick up the berries. No blueberries for us. Press P to be happy. Real. But what if we want the berries? I like berries. See, guys? You guys ever feel like being unhappy? Just press P. Okay, we're wandering off into the forest. Oh shit, was there always something above to look for? Maybe not. There's a bit of a clearing here. I can hear this splish splash of raindrops falling. I hope I don't fall and get stuck in the bottomless pit of mud here. What a beautiful place. The scenery is great in this game. I won't lie. The sound work, but if you were here with me, then we both would probably be pretty wet. Whatever. I'm finally free. Oh my. Who would have expected to find a vending machine here? It seems to be operating too, judging from the artificial light it emits. I guess you wouldn't need to worry about bringing drinks if you come here in for a picnic. A trash can. We cherish the rain. The rain shrouds you. On rainy days we are connected. The blue of the atmospheric layers penetrates you. You accept it with quiet delight and smile modestly. You cherish the rain. Perhaps the patterns of the surface of this rock were etched into it by the passages of time. It looks like an eye staring out at me, but also like some sort of planet. Two deer tied one to another by their collars. I should cut them loose. The blue of the atmospheric layer. Okay. We did. Sorry about that. He's crying. Some sort of quadrupedal thing. His surface is smooth and shiny. He looks only at himself. He's the object of everyone's adoration, or perhaps their scorn. And that makes him happy. He's happy just to see everyone doing what they like. Interesting. That's a gold little thing. You seem to can't have deep blue rock. It's completely cold to the touch. Its refusal to give off even the slightest warmth feels very noble in a way. A rock. Whereas patterns seem to be carved onto its surface, the red markings give off a faint yet comforting warmth. The rock and my body blend into one another. Interesting. A rock. Wobbles with a dull sound when I tap it with my foot. The speckled dots carved into its surface look like a starry sky stretching out above a thick layer of clouds. Oi! Whoa. Where did you come from? What are you doing here? I don't mean any harm. Yeah, you don't seem hostile. You're the first human I've seen in this forest apart from myself. Though, whether I count as human, I was just trying to figure out what was the line pattern of the yellow boys or girls belt. It's not a belt. It seems like a cord. Well, though whether I count as a human is a bit of an interesting question of itself. I'm just here to pick some wild plants to eat. I've been surviving on an awfully plain diet recently. Just random tree nuts and other stuff like that lying around. Do you live nearby? Around this forest, I mean. No, I live a bit further upstream. In this place, that's kind of like a landfill. You'd be surprised how much useful stuff gets thrown out with trash. How about you, lady? Where do you come from? Where do you come from? Lady? I only just got here. I woke up in a car up on the bridge, and I just started walking with no particular destination in mind. Oh, in that case, here, you can eat this. What's that? Meat? Yup, that's wild boar meat I dried. You sure I can have this? Thank you. Aren't you cold, lady? No, all the walking kind of warmed up my body. I'm actually feeling nice and toasty. Has it just been raining like this the whole time? Yeah, at least I've never seen it stop raining since I got here. This world is always covered in this thick fog and rain. I doubt it'll ever light up. This place is just one mystery after another. I don't think anyone knows who built this giant bridge, for example, or when. Yeah, the bridge was really huge, and it was so quiet with no one else around. All you could hear was the wind and the rain. Yeah, I tried to walk up there once, and there really wasn't anyone. Oh, but if you go a bit further along the bridge, you'll see some stores by the side of the road. It was me. There's some people there. Wait, so there are people apart from us? Yeah, only from time to time though. But most of them are kind of weird. Weird? Yeah, you see how both of us have parts of our bodies glowing? This kind of pale blue? Every creature in this world has a part of its body glowing like that. Sometimes it's their whole body. So the thing is, almost everyone there is glowing from head to toe. And those guys are always weird. For one thing, they don't really talk. That's why I was pretty glad when I met you, and it seemed like we actually understood each other. I was wondering where I left my bridge. True, it fell out of the pocket. Yeah, I took it. I think for me it's part of my face that's glowing. These lines that look like cracks. I guess for you it's your hair. It looks electric. Yeah, although I'm not sure how this whole thing works. I might have said a bit too much. It's fine, I'm just surprised to run into someone else here. Thank you for the meat. Don't worry about it. It's nothing really. This forest is actually quite rich in food if you know how to forage for it. Anyway, bye. Okay. I guess I should go back the way I came. I might find some other people if I keep going along the highway. So this guy gave his, or this dude gave us his meat. Some dried meat, and it looks like we really cannot explore further. Synergy. Interesting. Well, my friend has been using one of the RPG Maker game creator things. He's working on a short basic game right now. Yeah, I also have experimented with making a game. It's not really that easy. It requires a lot of patience and a lot of hard work. But there are many excellent mostly RPG horror games. I think those are the most famous. But even non-horror games, there are. RPG Maker offers quite a lot. The boy back there was kind of cute. I always liked kids that were a bit cheeky like him. Alright. Will we find something new? I feel a bit better after talking to another person. Feels like it's been a while. I hope we see each other again sometime. Okay, this is a different path. Press P to be happy. But either of us could die at any moment. And that's just the kind of world this is. Well, that's a bit depressing. Do you remember the one called Eve? I played Eve. I have played it from start to finish. It's a dead deer. A deer from before lies fallen, blood streaming from her body. I consider whether I could tear a piece of her meat off to eat if she's already dead. She couldn't survive for long if I tore into her with my box cutter. Of course it's a box cutter. All RPG Maker games have box cutters. A large stream of blood flows from the fallen deer's neck onto its side. The blood diffuses into the sand by the side of the river, eventually joining its flow. It feels like I'm watching the deer's soul leave her body and bid it a fond farewell as it departs on its last voyage. Always carry a box cutter. Yeah, that's scary. Box cutters are scary. If RPG Maker games have taught me anything, that they are scary, scary things. What if I, the box cutter? What if you are the box cutter? Oh, be what it be. I envy her, but maybe simply envy everything that isn't me. Ariel. I place my hand on her body and to feel her warmth, only to find it already as cold as a rock. I imagine the events that led to her death. Perhaps an animal had attacked her. A bear, maybe? After a moment of hesitation, I slide my box cutter into the deer's side and begin to slit her open horizontally. Okay, you have no remorse. No, not no remorse, like you don't beat around the bush. You don't beat around the bush. The blade pierces through the upper layers of her pelt with less effort than I had expected, easily splitting open her skin down to the subcutaneous tissue. I've never butchered the corpse of an animal like this, and so recognizably the same thing that I had just been alive moments ago. My hands tremble with fear. Blood begins to gush from her side. I feel the contents of my stomach rising to the base of my throat at the sight of my handiwork. Yeah, that's a bit more, you know. Seeing as I already came this far, I still myself and begin to carve out a piece of flesh, only to quickly discover the task is nothing like preparing a cut of meat from the supermarket. Of course, she was going to be dead soon, one way or another, and probably already was in fact. But I feel a pang of guilt at having defiled her corpse so violently. All strength leaves my body as I crumple to my knees. I've never handled the sight of blood well. But more than blood, I've always had a deep-seated, almost psychological fear of sharp blades and pointed objects. Even the thought of getting the flu shot in high school was enough to make me break out in cold sweat. I turn towards the river with a sigh. I gaze out at the river together with the corpse of the deer I've just defiled. As cowardly and worthless a companion as I may be, I spend those final moments with her, with what's now her corpse, taking a few steps onto the river and shining my smartphone's flashlight on the river's bed. I spot the scales of a fish sparkling in the light. I wonder if it was a char. It looked like it had red spots. I imagined the fish swimming along the undulating undercurrent, its body lacerated by sharp rocks and branches. Fragments of its scales nearly stripped loose from its skin, twinkling in the light. He vigorously braves the current swimming along the riverbed. He spots a small insect that looks something like a grasshopper or spider cricket as it skates across the surface of water strider of the water, then swallows it in a single gulp. I decide to end my flight of imagination there. The light emitted by my smartphone illuminates the nutrient-rich sediment lying onto the riverbed. Looking more closely, I see grains of sand of various sizes and colors mixed in with the sediment. There's even more variety than I had expected at first. Upon closer inspection, I discovered that the rain has steadily increased in intensity over the course of my short reverie, as has the river's current, which is both terrifying in a strange way and palpably exciting. The rain has washed away nearly all of the deer's blood, her viscera glistening like pink gemstones in the downpour. Sliding my hand onto the cavity I had just opened in her body, I detect a faint warmth. Maybe some of her warmth still remains deep inside her corpse. This is the first time I've ever thought of blood as something that could be warm and so comforting. The ecosystem of the forest that I thought simply carried on its rhythms and cycles, neither concerning itself with nor affecting me, I now realize has left a deep impression on my physique, or psyche. Psyche. Is this solitude? A dead deer. Her body emits a pale blue light. So that was my... I didn't voice that theory, but it's pretty understandable that maybe the what bright blue spots are is somehow connected how a person died. So I can imagine, but the deer shined blue through and through. So it's yet to be figured out. It's kind of fun just being here. We all just wander aimlessly pelted by the same rain. And if we get dirty, the rain washes us clean right away. And we continue on anyway. And life keeps on and on and on and on. Now, can I go to this side? Doesn't seem so. Well, let's climb up. Alright, I'm finally back. I should try going a bit further along the highway. Can I go back? I can. I doubt there's anything worthwhile there. Yeah, I'll pretend that there are no secrets if we go that way. Probably there aren't. You never know. You don't try if you don't go. I saw the 1k cheaper Pyrox. I'll redeem it after the game. No, wait. Okay. I thought I didn't go past the stairs. Just to double check. It looks like I did. Then I will slightly sidetrack. Did it? Am I blind or did the stairs disappear? Or am I like completely blind, chat? What? Oh no, there they are. I am completely blind actually. Oh, yeah. The stairs aren't real. True. The accident happened 5 years ago, Johnny. Wake up. Okay. Hello. Hey, there's some beautiful rain we're having, isn't it? Care to join me for a beer in this lovely drizzle? The person seems kind of weird. Probably best just to leave them alone. I don't know. They don't seem that weird to me, man. They just offered you a beer, bro. I don't know how it's in your guys' place. Here in the sewer country, we're pretty chill with offering beer to strangers. Offering vices in joint solitude of the slight pain of existence and day-to-day lives, toils and troubles, is something many sewer country people share. Hey, you want a drink? Fucking weirdo. Real. Oh, hello, I'm in my room. Yuzuru, I'm home. Oh, you're already back. We're back already. He looks cool as fuck. Yeah, I was just taking a nap. Man, my shoes got totally soaked. Guess I should throw them in the dryer later. Feels like it's been raining forever, doesn't it? It's been what, like 4 days at this point? Hello? Aw man, I've been really into this comedian lately. What was their name again? Same here, I really like their skits too. We like to spend our evenings lazing around at home with pizza or some snacks. I'm always ready to die. The sound of the rain falling outside had a calming effect on my heart. I think these quiet moments I spent with him were my happiness. When it was raining, somehow I felt like I was allowed to live. Guys, anyone in chat can translate this? Luna, decipher this. Now. I think it says real. Real. Give me a sec. I'm gonna check one thing. I'll be back. Since this game doesn't really want to be captured by screen capture, by like whatchamacallem, yeah, like app capture. This is screen capture. I can't check up things. I'll check up, and okay, we're chill. The fitness gram pacer test is a faced test. Real. You like receiving multi faces, bro. Multi facials. I was always ready to die. Okay. The shelf is filled with miscellaneous items organized neatly. He has a need to keep things tidy and organized like a woman. Like a woman. Nothing for me to do outside. Bookshelf had some figurines of a character from his favorite manga, travel magazines, and some documents. Nice and fluffy bed. It's probably feel great to just jump into it. Then jump. Some small guppies swim about in the tank. Some variety shows is playing on the television with a group of comedians excitedly chatting away. Inside the fridge are a healthy selection of groceries and various kinds of alcohol, all neatly sorted. It's just been raining and raining outside. Okay. People do love their sleeping pills around here. Okay, interesting. Okay. Something tells me a canon event will soon happen. But maybe it's just me. Oh, there's a building. That's some weird people too. Guess I should be careful. Ice cream! An ornament in the shape of a soft serve ice cream cone. Okay. There's a middle-aged man dancing with a broad smile. He twirls around and round like a ballerina, completely immersed in the music playing from the nearby portable speaker. His entire body gives off a bright light, leaving an afterimage in the dark with each moment. His expression, while not exactly childlike, has a kind of gleeful whimsy to it, as if he thinks of it as a small blessing that he gets to be here right in this very moment. He's just a cheerful guy. Are these dudes making out? A middle-aged woman and a man who looks to be a salaryman locked in a deep kiss. Entirely absorbed into the act, they hold each other tight even as the rain soaks them. Their glowing bodies each illuminate the other, with two almost appearing to have fused into a single luminous body. Okay. It doesn't seem like they can interact with the cars. Oh wow, you a normal person? Don't see a lot of people like you around here. Must have been rough getting here. Don't mind me, I'm just sort of squatting here anyway. Real. At least one guy just like, yo, bro, I don't want to be wet. A vending machine stocked with a familiar selection of drinks produces a gentle hum like the sound of breathing as it operates. There's something comforting about the vending machine's presence. Yeah, vending machines are very comforting, actually. Like, vending machines have that weird aura around them that they just emit comfort. I don't know how to say this. What's the logic there? But vending machines genuinely emit warmth and positivity and bright things to life. Also, this is a cool tune, chat, listen in. It gives that old Soviet vibe. I like it. It's a vibe. It is. It's soothing in the same way a cup of hot coffee in the cold winter day. A trash can stuffed full of empty beer cans. No idea what the song is, but something about it gets me all emotional. When I was a kid, my friend and I used to take off our shoes and play with water from the hose right in their parking lot. Okay, interesting. And that leaves just... The store seems unstaffed, and a layer of dust covers the messy interior. That leaves just this door. An electric heater gives off a pleasant warmth. Okay, this is a bigger place. Oh, I almost didn't see you there. Okay, we got a Pokemon Grunter there. A machine to buy meal tickets for an Italian restaurant. I loved carbonara as a child. This was what I always ordered from these restaurants. Real. Can I get a McBiscuit? Excuse me, I'm really hungry, but I don't have any money on me. Do you think you could just give me something to eat? I can work. I'll wash dishes or sweep the floor or... An ominous man walks next to me. Oh, look at that. Oh, she is stylish. Black jeans, fishnets, Billie Eilish, or whatever that song was. Hey there, sweetie. What's wrong? Don't have any money for food? Right, I don't have any of on me, and I haven't seen any lying around anywhere either. Let me pay. Are you sure? You don't have to. It's fine, really. The boy back in the forest also gave me food. I've just been surviving off people's generosity. Well, she did say it was fine, so I guess I'll take her up on her offer. Though I have no idea how she got her hands on any money. Maybe I should have interacted with the entire place before we started this. I order a bowl of soba with the money I accept from the lady and bring it over to one of the cafeteria tables. I immediately begin slurping up the noodles, rude, with disposable chopsticks, filling my mouth with the satisfying taste of the dashi flavored broth. I eat like I'm on the verge of starving to death. Maybe it's a bit of rude to think this of a meal I didn't even pay for myself, but after a few mouthfuls, my impression of the soba is just that it's mostly plain and inoffensive, both in appearance and taste. Damn, a broth shouldn't be offensive, my guy. But I think that's exactly what I like about it. Maybe it's only because of the taste of fatigue I'm in from walking here in the cold outside air that this bowl of utterly unremarkable soba tastes so delicious. You like it? Yeah, it's delicious. Slow down, sweetie. Right. And she waddled away, waddle waddle, to the very next day. Pom 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 pom. And I wait there patiently as she leaves. I got this ice cream. I got vanilla and raisin. Which one you want? I'll have the vanilla. Here you go. Don't worry about the money. I'm just glad to finally have someone else to talk to. Not many people who can really hold a conversation around here. Yoink. I mean, it's actually a pretty nice place, the lady begins. The temperature's set just right. You can sing all you like without worrying about what anyone will think of you. And you can eat whenever you get hungry and fall asleep with the sound of rain. They both look like they can use a vacation. I think both of them have taken a vacation from life. What I'm yet to know. The lady says lazily stretching. She speaks in what feels like a very casual, almost thoughtless way. But her speech has very distinctive feeling of balance to it, in how she seems to speak thoughtlessly, while at the same time cherishing and savoring the particular sensation of each word she uses. Yeah, I think if you guys have played Honkai Star Rail, Kafka comes to mind. I think her English voice actor, had the same energy of being like absolutely chill, but somehow also absolutely not. No matter what. Yeah, Kafka. Yep, I've never seen it let up. You like the rain? Lady asked. I do. The sound is really soothing. Really? Same here. Maybe that's why the two of us met each other here. Alright, the lady begins. So I was thinking of killing myself soon, but there was something I wanted to do before that. Okay, that's one way how to drop the topic in the middle of this conversation. You mind swinging by later? Yeah. I was thinking of killing myself, but casual mention. I mean, to be fair, people who are like extremely depressed or who have already been fine with the thought of taking their own lives can be quite casual about it. The ghost seems to be mumbling something in his sleep. Just leave me alone. I'm scared. In the end, I'm just a man. Just leave me. He seems to be muttering something to himself. Why are you still bullying me? I already apologized. Ah. That's why I was always scared of the light. Always just staring at you. But I think now I can handle it. A cat. Was I the one who had a cat? No, or was that just the dream you had? No, it couldn't be. Right? Nowadays I feel like I wouldn't mind going out under the sunlight, but then usually those afternoons I get so sad and start to cry. He continues muttering to himself, with a happy grin on his face. Hey, I always wanted to shove myself in the head. Anyway, wanna play Mario Kart at my place? Pretty much. So there's a place I want to go through this door, way down in the guts of this building. My room. There's something I want to do there, so I was wondering if you could come with me. Sure, I can go with you, but is there something dangerous in there? Well, it's a bit dark, and one moment you're just going along, and the next you find yourself in a pretty scary place. In any case, nothing to fear. Let's proceed. Okay. Nothing important inside. Looks like there's something inside this locker. Got Lady's Diary, Part 1. There was a time when I believed in God. You and I had gone to church together since we were little. As a child, my parents taught me to be pious, chaste, and respectful. That's why I wasn't the awful scolding my parents gave me that I remember most of all from the day when I was around 10. When I got into a fight with my friend and raised my hand against her. But that sad, sad look on their faces. Oh yeah. Okay, we can't do anything else. Sounds like a normal conversation. Eek! Guess I'm still not good in the dark. I do like the flickering lights. Full of bloody tissues. Me again will cherish the rain. Damn, these pookies really cherish the rain. Alright, is that the staircase on top? Let's explore the bottom before we do that. Let's explore all of this place. Okay, let's not disturb the kitchen staff. Okay. Fire extinguisher. A locked door. Oh. The lady is... Okay, I think we're at the lady's room because she's no longer with us. She's smiling. There's a key on the table. Got a hallway key. There's a dude. I was just thinking, who's the Maria and Ave Maria is for anyway? Who's the Maria and the Ave Maria is for anyway? Real. Got some. Now let's talk with her. I had no idea this chap was here. I used to go to this church all the time as a kid. At the end of the day, it's practically where I grew up. I wish I could just close my eyes, plug my ears, and sleep forever. Or is there something else I want? Honestly, very real. Door won't open. Okay. This Pookie doesn't cherish the rain. There's just double check if there's anything of secret. Seems like not. Okay. So we found a... Oh, okay, that was a micro jump scare. I always love the light little corners. I think I know what you mean. Are you the cutest little thing in the world? Yeah, I am. I'm a cutie patootie. Let not your belief, your hope, nor your love waver. Love the Lord with all your heart. Shun hypocrisy, and pray earnestly. Diary Part 2. Alright, let's read the part. Let's read the second part. Read the diary, yes. But eventually I stopped believing in God, and my life began to go off the rails. To be honest, I had always had a bit of a feeling that it wasn't true, that they were all just hypocrites pretending to be so pure, so much holier than thou, and that disgusted me. There were only a handful of people who were truly believers. I think something about that infuriated me. Real. Okay, there's quite a few ways to go. There's another key. Okay. The drawers are filled with business documents and scraps of paper, covered in scrabbles. There's what looks like a first aid kit. I don't think this game has combat. It doesn't seem like a combative type. But maybe I'm wrong. So, there was just the key here. Okay. Because in these games, there quite rarely people put a door just cuz. Oh, I love this song. You ever heard it before? Game for the number 1. Embroidered ashtray. Am I not the cutest? And can you look in the mirror, pretty lady? Gives off Binding of Isaac vibes. Then again, the original vanilla vibes. But then again, that's kind of... A lot of things could give me those vibes. Okay, then there's just one more staircase back here. This isn't ominous at all. Well, you sure have a way with decorations, lady. This is me on the day I realized that God didn't exist. That nothing really mattered, that there was nothing beyond this, nothing after this, that this all was all there is. And I just stood there under the weight of the cold reality and that all-consuming silence. You know how it felt to lose everything? It felt really good. I see. Okay. Turn the knob, unlocking the door. Okay. And what if we try the door on the right here? The door won't open. Okay. So we unlocked fast travel, chat. Okay. My room's on this floor. We're almost there. Okay. So those two creepy rooms weren't your rooms. Wow. Would you look at the size of those cuts? Ugh. My head hurts. Yeah, my old wounds start to hurt too when I get too close to them. You're alright there, sweetie. I'm alright. There. Don't push yourself. Let me give you a hug. Hug. Blush. It's nice and warm, aren't I? Feeling better? I'm nice and warm, aren't I? Feeling better? A bit, I think. Haha. Glad to hear it. Anyway, let's see if we can find something to cover up these wounds. There's lots of stuff lying around in this building. There should be something to use. Like a blanket. Like there are blankets here for days. Okay. Like all of these blankets should be useful, no? Was there something that looked like we used to cover up wounds? Nothing really comes to mind from what we witnessed. The only thing that comes to mind is to annoy the actual kitchen staff. But I also don't think that's the play. Right, we'll be here for a little while. Still your heart, submit to the Lord and give thanks to him through prayer. Love even... Okay, that's the kind of jump scare I like. Little Maria girly there. Not call much of a scare though. Okay, we've been here. Oh, what do we do now? We wander around a little bit, I'll assume. I don't think it would need to travel too far to find something to cover with, but I'm just curious. I really hope we don't need to check up all the things again. Now there's something important. There's literally a blanket here. Okay. So it is something from the back rooms. Back in the beginning, before the back room. Jingle, jingle. Alright, let's see. Can we annoy the kitchen staff? No, we cannot annoy the kitchen staff. Okay, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. I gotta go help parents. Bye. Alright. Help parents. Help parents. 1k cheaper. Alright. We'll do so. We'll do so. I'm still gonna search for the thing to help us cover the wounds. Is it something in here, maybe? But there doesn't seem to be anything that we could actually grasp. But let's explore. Oh shit, 9 plus messages. Ah, people have been busy. Okay. Right. Let's see. Still can't open there. Oh, hello. It's 2 of you. Okay. The more we walk in the same place, the more blood vessels show up. So what happens if we continue walking? They don't show up more, I guess. Oh no, they do. Okay. Let's see, how much can we walk? That's such a nice, neat little background thing. Where your background becomes bloodier and bloodier and bloodier. Interesting. That's so interesting. I wonder if there's a limit to this. Probably not. Yeah, just will slowly get moved to black, I guess. Black hole sun. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, this is as high as we can go. We can't go higher. Right. It's something we can cover up. Are there any items we can use? No. Okay. Fire extinguisher. Okay, I might be a little stuck. Oh, first aid kit. I think I unstuck myself. Well, we did find out some cool shit about the game. First aid. There. Let's put him up. Wow, look at this beautiful painting is. There's a little bird flying near the top. Mm-hmm. Right, this looks like your room. Oh, mannequins. What a cute one piece. I don't think I would look good on me, though. Fernand Knopf. I locked the door upon myself. 1891. The robe looks like it's nun's habit. Those look like they're making a nice casual outfit. A cute girly dress. A classy looking dress. Kind of a model might wear. Diary part 3. Right, let's read the third part of the diary. You were the one who had the deepest influence on me. You started to suffer from severe depression as an adult. By that point, I had started working. Okay. You and I would talk on the phone what felt like every night. We got along in most ways, but I hated how you always had to tie every conversation we had back to God. You still believed in God with all your heart, unlike me, and even then you still went to the church I had long since abandoned. Okay. I've always wanted to live in someone else's life. Every day I try to lose myself in pleasant fantasies. I used to try dressing myself up in all different kinds of outfits. Not now, but now it all just makes me feel empty. Yeah. I kind of figured out it wouldn't be her room because we bandaged up the path forwards as well. Diary part 4. Okay. I hate the word to pray. I used to like it, but not anymore. All I feel for it now is hate. Let my parents and all the other rubes at church pray as much as they like. Without me, the flock was finally rid of its black sheep. The one discordant note ruining its perfect harmony. But it was because of you. You were the one I had to destroy You were the one I had to destroy myself. You were the one I could never forget. You were everything to the girl I used to be. That's why I set fire to your church that day. Yikes, girly. Same, but yikes. Ah, home sweet home. Nothing beats jumping on your own bed. A stuffed teddy bear. It's what I wanted to come back for. I needed to get my knife. I just want to cut myself, you know? Oh boy. You don't know how good that feels. I just missed seeing my own blood. Some nights I can't even sleep without cutting myself. I want to give it a try. You want to give it a try too? I think I'll pass for now. Haha. You want to sleep together then? The bed's really comfy, you know? I take off my clothes and lie down in the bed beside the lady. I feel safe and comforted, feeling her skin against mine. I want to stay snuggled up against her this way forever. The lady begins to kiss me. I let her take the lead. It feels good to not think about anything but the feeling of her body against mine. She kisses me over and over almost until I begin to get tired of it. When she's finished kissing me, the lady holds the still bloody knife up to the light, twiddling it in the air playfully. I do like the background. Lights. Then, slowly wrapping one arm around my neck, she raises the knife right up to my eye. Didn't anyone ever teach you not to trust strangers, sweetie? Just kidding. Not. Anyway, let's get going. Once I get back, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to jump off the highway. I'm a bit nervous, but it's something I always wanted to do. Right. Some dirty dishes are piled up the nightstand. All these books are just lying around the floor, too. I guess she must not be the type to clean up after herself much. A wooden bookshelf with a well-read Bible and some towels, as well as some popular magazines. Mm-hmm. Fridge full of booze. Dust. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can we get going? I kind of want to kill myself already. Okay. Well, what you guys think about the game, chat? I haven't interacted with you much because this is kind of very atmospherical. What do you guys think? How are you pookies doing? We sit on the blue plastic tarp watching the rain fall outside. Outside, the glowing people are still dancing and playing. The lady tells me to take off my clothes, which I reluctantly do after a few moments of hesitation. I start to feel a bit more comfortable without the heavy, waterlogged fabric hugging my skin. Doing as the lady tells me, I hang my jacket and boots up to the simple drying rack by the electric heater. By the time I turn around, I'm surprised to see that she's stripped down to her underwear as well. Two of us sit by the electric heater, relaxing as we feel its warmth slowly spread through our bodies. My chilled skin seems lighter than usual, like it's been bleached white. It's good. I've not had much to say, but these sort of games are always interesting. Yeah. That's why I also mostly play this game, not comment about the game, because this is something to be experienced, not really yapped about. This place is pretty boring, but in a way, it can also be really fun. Since there's no one around to tell you what you can and can't do, I could kill you right now. Oh, and look at she has little markings here. That just more interesting. I could kill you right now and no one would even bat an eye. But you're cute, so I won't do that. I think I'm just tired of everything. The lady stands up and takes a deep, satisfied stretch. Come on. Uh, We run out into the downpour in nothing but our underwear. Raindrops stream down our skin, the wind whipping up droplets of rain before scattering them again into the storm. The unfamiliar song playing from the speaker feels oddly sentimental. There's something calming about the sound of the guitar, like it's washing me clean of anything and everything. Although at first I wasn't too enthusiastic about coming outside, soon I start to feel my body warming up as we dance round and round the bonfire, raising out the metal, rising out of the metal drum. We run around the parking lot, jumping into puddles, playing innocently like children. Under the bright lights, she dances, gliding over the puddles like a ghost. She burns pale blue, lighting up the innocent smile, a streak of photospheric shooting, phosphorescence shooting through the turbid indigo darkness. I watch into the daze as she continues to dance. She pulls me into the fray by the arm, her nails digging into my skin. The middle-aged man who was circling the fire before smiles kindly as he continues his tottering dance. The couple that was kissing are arguing now. The man seems so unilaterally hurl abuse at the woman as he grabs her by her hair. The woman's nose bleeds as she sobs ablaze with despair. It's your fault. This is all your damn fault. Just looking at your face pisses me off. Don't you hear me, damn it? Why the hell did I have to? Just why? Streaks of light cross the other, a pulsating, throbbing ebb and flow. I really like this song. This I don't know what is cyber sigilism, this cyberspace, cyber something. You guys know these. I don't know how to call this art. These blues, these crystallic blues. I really, really love this art. Of course, who doesn't love depressed art? Because you can clearly see what you can see. My vision blurs, black, white, indigo. Light reflects off the moisture that's seeped into my eyes. Right, just like that. Don't think about anything. Just move your arms and your legs. We hug, pressing our foreheads together. Don't forget me. Don't you ever forget me. Haha. I won't let you ever forget me. No matter how many times you try to forget me, I know you won't. Isn't that funny? She climbs over the railing by the edge of the bridge and stands on the other side. Even though I know she's about to throw herself off the bridge and kill herself, all I can do is look on. Why? Why am I just standing by and watching? Do I think it's lucky that I get to see something exciting, that I get to watch someone die? Death happens every day. I try to tell myself that, but the very next moment, I start to have a feeling that something in the deepest part of my heart is about to change. I hold my breath. Bye bye. I should keep going in the highway. Still numb, I take a step forward. The clothes the lady was wearing line a pile on the floor. Underneath is a knife she used. God's bloody knife. One thing I can give a lot of credit for, a lot of credit to this game so far, is this was a very short, rapid burst. But the depiction of mania, of being manic, that was a very realistic depiction of being manic. In my experience, in my good old puppet bug creature experience. The man seems completely absorbed in the act of masturbation, seemingly growing more and more aroused with each stroke. But in the contrast to his earlier violent demeanor, he caresses his shaft tenderly with the almost euphoric expression as the rain continues pelting him. He lies on his back facing the sky, and in a way seems to be trying desperately to remember something very important to him. Thanks, game. I appreciate that. The ghost woman from before is lying on the ground covered in blood. She lies facing the sky with an expression that seems somehow contained. Thanks, game. I really needed the description of... Then again, it fits. The nature of human fits this game. And it looks like we don't have an indication on where she decided to... I'll run back to see if maybe I've missed something. What about you, boy? The melon drum with fire burning inside of it. It smells like gasoline, but it's very warm. I wonder if those items had any substance. All the items we picked up so far, will they come in handy? Let's then be on our way. I wonder if the girl was someone we knew in our life, or was she just a stranger? The female-looking car stopped nearby. I mean, bro, I interacted with the car, man. Okay, not like that. Seems like the day's not raining. Oh, there's someone on the left moving. At night, the city becomes very quiet. Quiet enough to hear the wind blowing and the carefree voices of young people enjoying themselves in the night. The apartment is quiet too, almost to the point I can hear my own breathing and heartbeat clearly. Lately, whenever I find myself somewhere quiet, I feel like I can see the contours of my own hideous existence coming into focus. I miss the rain. The rain conceals my existence in the sound of raindrops pelting the ground like a cloak that keeps me hidden. I want to die under a dark sky, rain clouds looming overhead. I want to be... It won't be long until I can die. Can't you just be normal? Ouch. Stop being scared of what other people think of you. That part of you always pissed me off. Just die already. Can't you just be normal? Damn, bro. You're really positive there, Pookie. Can you fuck off from there, bro? Yeah, bro, can you... Last time when you touched the papers was when the interaction ended. Right now, homie just got stuck there. Can you please move outside from there? I guess not. The gentle sounds run through the city like a river. Some variety shows are playing. Okay. Is there something we need to interact with? That we didn't interact before? Or is Pookie just stuck there like that? It was good to jump into it. Or do I just have to piss you off? Okay. If the guy really is just stuck there, that would be pretty fucking stupid, I ain't gonna lie. But if not... Oh, Ritaqua. Hello there. Hi. How you doing, Pokey? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sure, I'll save. Yeepy. Do I have to use an item on him? Do we have to stab him or something? No. Eepy. This is a good game where to fall asleep to. It's very atmospheric, depressive, suicidal horror. Oh, he finally moved away. Oh, no. Oh, that's a cute gif. That's a very cute gif. Little emote. Come on, get out of there, honey boo boo. Go up. And explore the other sides of the room. Wrong side. Is this where we take a pause, chat, while for this motherfucker to walk outside? Because we need to interact with these papers most likely to get out. But there's a straight line to walk here, and one entrance here, one frame. So he needs to go up, and a random direction. So go up. He likes to go left. Oh, yes. No. Go up. Come on. Come on. Don't go down. Go left. Yes. Yes. Whew. Uh, uh, thank you. Okay. I'll miss the manic girl. Already miss her. She knew what's up. She didn't fuck around. She saw a cute person, made out with them. She felt it's time to kill herself. She killed herself. She knew what's up. She knew how to live life. Maybe I could have been a better for both of us if you would never be something. Because in the end there was no one you'll really open your heart to. That's why you're going off on your own. Maybe it would have been better for both of us if we never met. Because in the end okay. 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 Maybe it's better if we never met. I don't think so. Just because our interactions were pleasant. Just because you traitor. You traitor. You traitor. Oh boy. I love these moments when I'd wake up on Sunday morning, I'd look out the window and see that it was raining. Or when I'd sit in the pub after work looking at the neon lights watching the city sink into rain. Rain is beautiful. That is true. Hello. Oh, another staircase. A little ladder. I've come pretty far from the first one. I wonder what's down there. Okay. It looks like there's a bit of clearing in the forest. I see a light down there. I wonder what's there, if there's someone who lives there. Going down again might be dangerous. I guess I should check it out. Well, it's dangerous, so let's not do that. Nope. We got him. Yeah. It does look a lot darker than last time. Never mind. I assume again, nothing there. Okay. A massive trash heap lies piled up by the side of the river. The mountain of waste stands so tall its peak is out of sight. There seem to be a lot of garbage strewn along the side of the river. I wondered if this is where all of it came downstream from. Most likely. A stack of old CRT TVs. A horse gazes at me languidly. It's a horse. Stop. Wow. What are you doing here? You're the lady from before. You walked all this way here? Yeah. I did stop to rest for a bit at the store you told me about. I see. Then, as I was walking along the bridge, I looked down and saw there was a light coming from around here. So that's how you found this place. In that case, make yourself at home. I've never had anyone over before, so I don't have anything to entertain guests with, though. It's nice and warm in here. Yeah. There's a little mountain of stuff to burn and for fuel in the pile of trash outside. I'm sort of in the middle of something delicate right now, but you can just relax and look around the place if you want. Okay. A shelf made from aluminum sheets lashed together with some cables. On it there are some mechanical parts, pair of boots, and a box containing some beautiful stones. The box has a word Godiva written on it in golden letters. A sturdy, solid-looking stove. A pile of dried firewood. Seems well organized. Clink, clink. He seems to be like he's tinkering with something quite delicate. Welcome, Pyrox. Welcome back. Bathtub. I wonder how he boils his water, though. A cooler box has been converted into a makeshift sink. A plastic crate holding the wild plants that he must have picked before. Well, let's go welcome back. Let's entertain ourselves outside. Okay. Probably not there. I don't know, Pyroxer was the last thing you noticed, but some traumatic stuff happened, give or take. And now we are continuing on with the gameplay. Okay, is there something else to be seen here? Oh, damn. Nope. Oh. What looks like a handmade axe. It seems old and worn, but its blade is well owned. Edge glints in the light. Oh, how much further does this place go? Quite a spacious place. Wow, must have been a lot of interest, I guess. This is his little gardening place. I like houseplants too. I used to put mine out on the veranda. A handmade shelf for some plants displayed on it. What a cute light blue watering can. Actually, when was the last time I even saw a watering can? Oh yeah, if it's constantly raining, you don't really need to water plants that much. This place is long. Yellow binoculars. Is this some kind of warehouse? Fluorescent lamps mounted on the walls flicker faintly. The muffled sound of rain echoes through the sheet metal and plywood walls in the long corridor. It's almost like being underwater. Oh, I get that sound, I get that. It's gonna be a puzzle, ain't it? It's gonna be a puzzle, one of them puzzles. Maybe not. Hey. Where are you wandering off to, lady? Sorry, I was just so fascinated by your house. Whatever. Not that I mind. Real. Pretty awesome, isn't it? Bet you didn't think I'd be this big. Took a long time to build it all by myself, bit by bit, room by room. Is this your room? This is the room where I put up paintings I like. When I want to just lock myself away lock myself away somewhere dark, I come here and sleep on the floor. Anyway, take a look around. Think of it as like an art gallery. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Odilon Radon, Arab musician, 1883. Odilon Radon, hallucinations, 70 to 90. Odilon Radon, armor, 1891. Sup? Destroy me. Please me. Please destroy me. Please use me. Let's make each other feel good together. And what is this guy? What the hell is this? When do you get into my house? I'll kill you. I hope he doesn't beat around the bush. Take this. Die, 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 die. Ah! Feels good. What's up, Void? 190. What's up, guy? How you doing? I have no clue who you are and how you got here. Welcome to the stream. Phew, that should do it. Every once in a while, one of these crazy bastards finds their way inside my house somehow. They're like cockroaches. Didn't hesitate to kill that thing at all. Thank you for the head pats. Anyway, I was just about finished what I was working on, so come back and we'll have something to eat. You can even take a bath, too. Hee. Nothing's actually a luxury spa, though. Head on back, won't you? I'll be getting things ready. Right. Let's see. Well, that was very odd. Just murdering that dude like it's nobody's business. And we can't really go down there, it seems. Or we can? Or? Or we can. Hey lady, don't tell the boy in the yellow jacket I'm here. I like it here. I don't hurt people anymore. Here, even someone like me can shine. Haha. Okay. Yellow earphones. I love your VTuber skin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the kind messages. Odilon Redon. The Cyclops, 1914. Okay, the older he gets, the more schizo he gets. Okay. I see. Now that I'm with the blue... Looks my arm is low-key. Real. Now I'm the one with the blue of the rain and the blue of the atmosphere. I don't think I'm broken. I think soon I'll be able to accept it all. I'm feeling good. That's all. Yeah. Looks like my arm is low-key. That they're pale? Or was that a reference to the scenery? What's this? My sanctuary. Huh. Okay, looks like we could head back. Is the headphones kind of like the diary? I just put bandages on them since they were relating. Fair enough. And then there was a reference on my schnapsel. Gotcha. I don't know whether I would call this life fulfilling or empty. Before I used to hesitate to talk to myself, but now I can ramble on and on to myself for what feels like hours. I used to have a dream to live for, but that was a long time ago. Now I don't really have anything like that. Friend 1, Lambel the horse. Friend 2, Florless the pine. Land 3, Penniless the pine. Friend 4, Windy the silver birch. Friend 5, Pooh the popular. 6, Chains the cherry. 7, Quartz dazzle the camphor. 8, Newbie 1 the willow. Newbie 2 the poplar. Newbie 3 the false acedia. Acia? All I think about is lately is dying. What should I do? And you should play Resident Evil. Should I? Okay. Were you fixing something before? Yeah. Welcome back. I was doing maintenance on this handgun I picked up. Found a while back that in the trash heap outside. Whoa, is that a real gun? Yup. I've been into guns since I was a kid, so I can tell this one is real. I've even got some rounds inside. I'm pretty sure it would fire. No idea why something like this was just lying around in the trash, though. Well, that's not dangerous. After a short talk, the two of us ate together. We talked about all sorts of things seated around the squat little table he's fashioned for himself out of some sort of dark wood. I ask him any question that comes to mind. There's something quite funny about the way he gesticulates as he speaks, all while maintaining the same bored and listless expression. The boy gets up and begins chucking some small scraps of dried firewood and bits of plastic from the pile beside the stove into the fire still roaring inside. Soon the new fuel begins to crackle and pop as the toxic-smelling fumes burning the plastic fill the air. The boy pours the nearly boiling contents of the kettle heating on the stove into the stainless steel cup, setting a cup of what seems like homemade tea in front of me. As we talk, from time to time he stares quite intently at the handgun he just cleaned, sometimes sniffing it. Real. Give the handgun a little sniff. Sometimes when I go to sleep, I remember when you could still see the sun. Old, fragmented memories. The sun pouring into the gym as we all played basketball. Not that I remember anything about any of the people I played with. It was such a warm, wide-open place. It felt like I was floating. I wonder how long it's been since then. There hasn't been any sunlight in this world for a long time. Just the warmth of my stove and the cold, sterile glow of the electric lights. Walking along in the darkness puts me at ease. Maybe now this body only comes alive in the dark. He seems to mutter to himself quietly as he stares at the ceiling. The boy reaches under the table, grabbing two bottles of one seemingly of vodka and the other of red wine, plonking them down onto the table. The bottles are scuffed up all over, their labels beginning to peel, but seem extraordinarily sturdy. Did you find those in the trash heap too? Yup. There were a bunch of bottles each with a bit of left, so I collected them all into these. I tried some of it yesterday, and it wasn't bad. Not undrinkable. It's hard for bacteria to grow in alcohol. Are you sure that's safe? I mean, I used to use a bit of machine oil in the food we just ate too. Couldn't be worse than that. Nice. Only a bit. Any more and you'd get sick. What? Real, resourceful guy. Actually, this one might be better off avoiding, he says upon taking a swig of the red wine bottle, tossing it into the pile of trash on the corner of the room. In the end, we end up chatting about random things, slightly buzzed on the contents of vodka bottle, cut with a little water. We can both hold our liquor, so neither of us got very drunk, just tipsy enough to have a heart-to-heart talk. He's disassembled the gun again and begun playing with it. I wonder how long he's lived here. I can't imagine how long it must have taken him to put together all this. He's probably spent an unfathomably long time here all alone. I begin to think back on everything that's happened since I woke up in this world as I lie on the cold concrete floor. It felt like quite a long journey. Well, it has in fact been something of a journey, one that's given me plenty to think about as I walked. I wonder just what this world is. I feel quite awake and conscious. The boy gets up and slowly turns to the radio. Some comedians appear to be excitedly chatting away somewhere. I laugh from time to time at their silly gags. There's something that feels entirely alien to this cold place about the voices of people going about their ordinary lives on the other side of the radio, and the sounds of their daily rhythms from behind the television screen in the rest area. I've seen 2 deaths since coming to this world. 2? Oh yeah, the deer and the lady. The faint warmth of the deer's last spurts of blood, the way the lady smiled mischievously at me one last time just before dying. Feels like those memories of them are beginning to seep into my mind and lay down roots. Perhaps even if I forget everything else about them, those memories and some of their words will still linger inside me, almost like ghosts. Yeah, I like the lady. The lady was nice. You remember how I told you I stopped to rest at this place you mentioned before I came here? Oh yeah, you mentioned that. I met a lady there. We talked quite a while and were getting on pretty well, but then she jumped off the side of the bridge and killed herself. Huh, is that so? Well, not a rare occurrence, especially not in this world. It made me think about how easily a person's life could just end. How we all have those unimaginably huge inner worlds of thoughts and memories inside us, and then they can disappear in the blink of an eye, just like that. So it goes, and in the end, who's one life's what's one life's worth anyway? And don't get me started on memories. They are vague, nebulous things, far more so than most people realize. I guess you're quite the misanthrope, though. I'm one to talk. I just think this world, everything in it, it's all just empty. Seeing the people walking along the street, how do I put it? At some point, they all just start to seem like shadows to me. Shadows, or me just walking containers of thermal energy. Philosophical zombies, I guess, is how I'd put it. In any case, that's all feelings and memories are. Stupid, meaningless things. But I don't think the memories you have of your friends and the things they made you feel are worth something. Don't you think the memories you have you for yeah? In the end, they all end up being meaningless. You just don't think they are when they're fresh. Maybe it'd be better to say it's all just empty in the end, like a barren desert or outer space. It's all so disappointing, so boring. We're all gonna die one day anyway, and it's not as if people don't change what they say and think constantly while they're alive either. There isn't a single thing in this world worth believing in. I want to become something more free. And it's not like I have anyone to care about. Never have. I think I was like you too. I understand the feeling, at least. Hello there, Pookie. Hello, Nova. How you doing? Our Pookie. Real. His voice has an even natural, neutral quality to it. That seems to echo inside my head. Despite his juvenile assertions and the way he seems driven more by impulse than logic as he speaks, his tone of voice remains flat and unperturbed. I'm well, and are you well still? I'm always well. I am always awesome, always great, always correct. But seeing him ramble on for so long despite his normally cool and composed personality, I wonder if something's finally reached a breaking point inside him. He seems hopelessly angry at something. I focus. I gather my consciousness. I focus on his voice, a voice that might have never left his throat if I hadn't met him and struck up a conversation. His throat that might have only ever been used for breathing and swallowing food. The manic lady. The pretty manic lady. I see the smile the lady had on her face just before she died flash before my eyes. I wonder what kind of life she lived. What kind of school she went to, what sort of friends or partners she had with them, what memories she carried with her. I remember she mentioned she lived somewhere in Canada. I can't even imagine what it would have been like to live somewhere so far away. Is this sadness? I don't know what to call this emotion. The boy's right that in the end I don't know anything about her. But I feel like I don't want to forget the little bits and pieces of her life she told me about, those last remnants of her. Inside the little universe of my consciousness, her words begin to give off light. I really like her picture. I really like the picture. Taking on a form of their own, giving birth to new meaning. Thoughts begin to emerge within me that the person I had been until now could never have imagined. It is precisely because I know almost nothing about her that her words are able to give birth to this kind of new meaning. If I don't know her better, If I'd known her better, maybe I would have found some ugly facet of her humanity and come to hate her or simply grown bored of her. Okay, maintenance should be all done. What are you planning to use that gun for? Haha, you wanna know? Don't point that thing at me. Haha. You know, that big trash heap outside, I always go and climb up there and look way off into the distance. Why don't we go and take a look now? It'll blow you away. Sure. How far do you think we'll be able to see? Dunno. It depends on the wind and how thick the fog is. Okay, now you are our partner. Okay. We can return here. I don't think anything will change, though. But I am curious. Alright, this was here. Was the puzzle entrance there or on the other side? Oh, that was on the other side. It was here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, looks like nothing else has changed. Okay. Still have to keep secrets from the boy. We found his binoculars and his headset. That's about it. Right. Alright, let's follow him. All the doors are barred shut. I'm not gonna interact with all the items because there's probably nothing more there. This is where I always start climbing from. I try to clear out any sharp objects along the route, so I normally take on the top. Follow right behind me. Be careful not to slip on anything. Definitely wouldn't want to slip here. Okay. No quick time events. We've begun to climb the mound for debris and wreckage. It seems to be composed of everything from everyday items to objects that clearly don't belong in this time and place. An entire abandoned sailboat, the massive naval cannon of an ancient warship, a silo that had once housed something, a silo, a locomotive engine that seems far more primitive than anything from this era, parts of what looks like a futuristic reactor, maybe to one day be used in some kind of engine. I follow the boy up the mound, taking small, careful steps, making sure not to lose my footing. Pretty. It's beautiful. Scenery seems to blend into the indistinct blue. The city lights scattering and diffusing like smoke in the rain. Maybe it's just because we're high up, but it feels closer than I expected. There must be so many people living there. He continues ahead of me silently. That's when I notice he brought the handgun with him. He plays with it like a toy, throwing it up in the air. Taking care not to lose my footing atop the mountain. Scrap metal. I call out to the boy. You're going to kill yourself with that gun, aren't you? When I see the look in your eyes, I feel like I can just tell. He has the same expression that I'd seen on the lady's face and my own. I know we're only just met and it's not like I know what goes on in your head, but you have a unique aura to you. Yeah, I'm planning on dying here. I only brought you up here because I want to die at the very top of the mountain. Well, actually, I do have another plan. What plan? He points the gun towards the city in the distance. I want to kill someone, anyone in the city. Doesn't matter who, just a random senseless killing. Man, this takes me back to the days when all they used to call me was crazy, a goddamn freak. Damn. He speaks in his usual cool and indifferent tone of voice, looking down at me from above. His body has begun to glow pale blue. I hate them all. That's why I want to kill them. And you'll be the witness, the bystander who will watch it happen without batting an eye. Doesn't that sound fun? Your life will never be the same after. You'll never forget the feeling of seeing someone die right in front of your eyes. And these stupid, boring days, this stupid, boring existence will finally fucking be over. I stand there in stunned silence, just looking in his expression. Observing it, you could even say. You know, the moment you came by, that was when I was just about to end it. So I thought, perfect timing. Since you were already here, I might as well have you stay and watch me do it. I watched the orange neon lights of the city reflect in his eyes. Honest eyes that betrayed the vivid, in a way raw pain of a boy who's hurting. He continues his emotionless and indifferent as before. I think this is it for me. He clenches the sleeve of his raincoat. Not that a freak like me could live there anymore. I was always looking for a place where I would belong. I never found one in the end, but at this point none of that matters to me anymore. And yet, despite everything, the two of us are still there, gazing at the city in the distance. Looking at the city lights, I feel like I can almost hear the sound of people's voices, smell the atmosphere of the city as they go about their lives. We forget ourselves, picturing scenes from memories of past that never existed, images of us walking in the city as if swimming in the lukewarm ocean of neon lights, dreams of days that would never be, a life that we always spoke of having someday, a someday that we never reach. The birth of a new day, falling endlessly into the deep darkness of the night, that's when the city lights began to go out, one by one, from the left. Was there a lightning strike, or was it planned outage? We look on together. It's as if a massive wave washes over the city as the lights go out. I hear the boy sniff beside me. And from below me, the sound of the wind blowing almost like a roaring of the ocean. A kind of tranquility I've never felt before fills the air. One that's like floating weightlessly in the very center of the universe, embraced by the indigo darkness that surrounds us. The sound of the rain no longer reaches me. Parts of my face on his entire body begin to glow. A pale blue light, like the light of a comet or a neutron star. So this is how a person disappears. Who knows how many people have already died today? How many in the past 10 or 100 years have suffered in the loneliness no one else would ever know? I put my hand on the boy's shoulder. Maybe I've begun to pity him, or sympathize with him. No, I think I just want to watch him, to stand beside and feel him. I'm only observing him. His shoulders are still slender and bony, but I can feel his faint warmth through his raincoat. The sound of our breath breathing, of our eyes blinking. The faint yet irrefutable proof that in this moment the two of us are still here. Okay, I'm going to die now. But can I ask you one thing? Yeah? Will you forget about me too as soon as this is over? I don't want to forget you. Then at least remember. He begins to bear the barrel of the gun pressed to his head, his half-open eyes still fixed on the city lights. Please at least remember that I said I hate them all, but I love them all too. Not a good timing, Luna. But thank you for that, pets. I should keep going down the highway. Still numb, I take a step forward. Yum. Well, also quite angles of them, both of the boy and the lady. Lady of Mania. The boy of, I guess, the tired feeling. Or the main feeling of having your mind made up. Yes, was pretty true. I get that many people take their lives by sleeping pills, but this is so much. I'm home. Last time you weren't too nice. Hey, it's raining like crazy outside, isn't it? You must be tired. Oh, look, someone's laundry got totally blown away in the wind. Oh, I have a surprise for you. Huh? I like surprises. Ta-da! It's your birthday, remember? So, I mean, I got you a present. Alright, was that today? I totally forgot. Thanks. Can I open it? Of course. Oh, you got me a scarf. That's so cute. I know, it's autumn already, and I remember you saying you wanted a scarf. And I know you love green, so I thought this would be perfect. I'm always ready to die. A few days later, I decided to kill myself. I'm always ready to die. I'm sorry. A few days later, I decided to kill myself. It was raining on the beach the day I chose to do it. The sea was clouded with rain. Flocks of seabirds circled overhead. They flew as I blinded by the pale mist. Maybe they were simply surrendering their bodies to their currents, letting the wind carry them wherever it chose, as they cried out loudly, their bodies thoroughly soaked through by the rain. I washed down the mouth of sleep. Ah, so that was how we got it. I stayed up on green tea, with green tea from a vending machine as I listened to the sound of the ocean. I wonder if now I'll finally be able to see my family again. I wondered oddly optimistically as I lay there, letting the rain fall on me. On a whim, I reached over and began to feel the various soft and bony parts of my palm with my other hand. I recall thinking, so this is what my own hand feels like. And that's when I lost consciousness. Yeah. So why does solitude feel so good, I wonder? Maybe I will never be a normal person. Bro, this game is Jesus Christ. Ah, does someone like me still even deserve to be alive? Well, it depicts suicidal thoughts. Well, of course, everybody feels them differently. But from what life journey I've ventured, I'll say this is pretty alright. Hello there. I know it wasn't easy making it here. So I'm sorry I never noticed how much pain you were in. You've come far enough on your own. Let's go home together. No. Wait. Is there nothing I can say to make you stay? Is there something you... Is there nothing I can do to make you want to want to go on living with me? I'm dead, man. I'm finally free. Well, is that it? Yeah, I guess it is. The only problem is I'll have to now skip a lot of dialogue because I saved quite a long time ago. But that was it, give or take. It was said to be a short game, and it was. Didn't think about saving actually. Actually, could have gone all this way, all this time without saving. But I think I can quickly blitz through the end, through the. We are quite away. I think we're quite away. I think this is. I'm very curious what the okay means. Because if he's here means that he also took his own life. Which is a curious idea. He also died. I think this place is where, like, death happens, not... Where people who take their own lives. Up here. Not necessarily. Okay. Luckily, this does seem like one of the shorter areas. So I'll quickly blitz through it. Oh, how you guys like those who were stayed for a long while? What you guys think of the game? How did you guys like it? I assume this is probably not the type of horror Pyrox you play. What about you, Remmers? How does it make you feel? How'd you like this atmospherical horror game? I was barely here, so I don't know. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Quite a few people joined in. Quite a few people. We have been getting followers and growing quite a while. So it's been pretty nice. But if no one was here, not much. Sewer army grows each day. That is true. That is true. It does. For a while, it didn't grow at all, but I'm fine. And I might actually put this game as a VOD out on YouTube. Not to sound all edgy and sad, but I guess this theme doesn't hit me so hard because it's something I'm used to. Other than that, I enjoyed it. I've seen games like this been played before back in earlier YouTube days. Fair. I mean, fair. I mean, just because someone is used to these topics doesn't mean there can't be bad or better or worse representations of it. You know, I think most of us here have, for example, seen love stories, but we still watch them, or comedies, or whatever genres, just because people are used to them. Do I talk with him now? I think I talk to him. But fair. Although old school RPG Maker games were, this one is a lot more story, lore heavy, I would say. I can still connect to it, I feel it all, but it doesn't hit me as hard as it would others, I guess. Fair. I wouldn't say this game is like, masterpiece or something. I've definitely played better RPG Maker games, for sure. I've played quite a lot, so I can just hold. Nice. Yeah, I like her design. I like her look quite a lot. And that's it, that's fair. What are your favorite, for those guys still here, what are your guys' favorite RPG Maker games? What is, for those who have played the back all the RPG Maker horror games? Not, of course, all of you. But what is your favorite RPG horror game? You mentioned Ebe. There were many. You know, the typical ones: Ebe, Misao, Mad Father. Those are the typical ones. Then there is the a creature called with M Castle. Mojingo? Majin? Moot? The Crooked Man 2, y'all. Yup. I think the most accurate game of this kind I've played was not an RPG Maker game, actually. Those are two very short games: Milk Inside the Bag of Milk and Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. No, Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk. Those are the two different games. I would suggest them quite greatly. Okay. Looks like we ventured off. Quite alright. Let's see. Let's save this time. Yep, and we'll be finishing in almost 3 hours. Nice. Alright, I have to interact with the car, right? Right. I wonder if that's your... I never figured out, is this your... I guess it's your boyfriend? Maybe? But I think these kinds of games have to exist in all generations of gamers. Because I think the pain of being a human or whatever is always gonna be something that exists. And not everyone wants to look back. Some people want to look on newer things. Why solitude feels so good, I wonder. Maybe I'll never be a normal person. I think those are two very... these last 3 sentences, but does someone like me even deserve to be alive, are very, very accurate. Okay. Let's say one last time. And let's see. I know it wasn't me zooming here, so notice you're in. Pam? Let's go away together. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'll go with you. Me. I'd always dreamed of killing myself. When it was hard, when I couldn't sleep at night, I wanted to kill myself so badly I couldn't think about anything else. I'm sorry. It's fine. You're fine, the way you are. You and I are both misfits, after all. Even though everybody seems to only think of you as the serious, dependable person, I guess I'm the only one who knows the real you. Come on, take off those wet clothes. Then you can rest. You don't have to worry about anything anymore. The next time we go on a trip, let's pick up a rainy day too. I think it was being with you that taught me to love the rain. Hmm. Oh. Ha. I look up from my bed to see a clear blue sky. A raw, violent blue whose gaping jaws I almost felt like I'm falling into. Immediately I start to miss the rain again, as a wave of anxiety washes over me. It feels something like despair. I want you to show me all the ugliest parts of you, he says before he stands up and closes the curtains. The rays of light that shine in through the open curtains softly brush away the dim gray shadows that filled the room. The light is beautiful, real. Okay. So in the end, she survives. Or she chooses to live or to die. Very well. And this chat truly is it.